Good morning, guys. I don't think my output's on now. I think I had it turned off. I might get a little bit of strike for that, but that's okay. Let's see. Everything. All right, here's that first 15-minute candle. Make sure all my stuff is set up right here. What do we save that under? Apex? Yep. Just give me a minute, guys. Still trying to get all my stuff set up here. So I think about changing stuff around, kind of. All right, let's see here. Wow, already nice little rejection this morning. We are going to be doing a giveaway today. We're going to start that giveaway at 8:30 or 9:30, and it'll go to 11. So, hour and a half to enter. I feel like I'm forgetting something here. Make sure my mic's working. Yep. Can you see that on the screen? Yeah. All right. I guess now we got everything set up correctly. Now we'll just kind of go through the process and see. I'm hoping it's just a nice trending week since this is a holiday week. Short trading week. What is it? I think it's a half a day Wednesday, and we are closed Thursday for Thanksgiving. So let's see. No real news today. So it looks like we have a little bit of 2-star news, but nothing too big today. So like I said, a little bit of 2-star news. All right. Looking for my Discord here. See if Methodical Man put Manzini's plan in there. Yep. Let's see. I think he's already had his one level hit because we took a ES long this morning. support for Monday is down to 66.85 to resistance be at 72. And as you can see, we kind of pushed up to that 69.70 area. See, I took the one from this morning when we recovered that 67.51. And so it looks like it just retested that area. You can see it right here. I didn't really know what his levels were at the time, but you can see it. It pretty much resistance then bounced. How's everyone doing today? Thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you for watching. Free giveaway today. And that's any size. Where you also have to do it on YouTube because I have to do it through Streamlabs. So yeah, you have to sub to the YouTube channel for it to be entered. And we'll start the entries at 8:30 this morning. Wow, what a nice rip this morning off of that 52.58 level. All right, we'll play some music. Interesting. Oh. We're not going to do anything right at this moment until the market opens. We're going to wait for the 15-minute setup this morning. We're trading the NQ. We're trading NASDAQ and the possible ES this morning. Is that what you're trading this morning? Is some kind of crypto coins? What crypto are you trading? Like I said, we're going to be doing a free giveaway on Apex today, but you'll have to subscribe and enter over on YouTube just because I'm doing the giveaway through Streamlabs. That way you can set up a giveaway and it's just random. Wow, what a rip this morning. Thank you guys for the likes and subscribes over the last week. Wow, What a nice pullback into those levels to rip. I mean, we have a 40-point rip out the gate. God, I hope we have this type of nice price action when we open, and it's just not just stagnant. Or I hope it's more normal type price action. We're definitely got a really nice 5-minute trend line set up today if you like to trade the 5-minute trend lines. You got nice little levels. So if you pull it up, you break here, this would be like one level, your second level, third level, then so on all the way back down. If you like to trade these type of breakouts, 5 minutes is usually pretty good when it comes to their trend lines. Like I said, we're going to be doing a Apex giveaway today at 11 p.m. Central Time, but we're going to start the entries here at 9:30. I guess less the people better for whoever's in here. Let me close out some of these tabs here. Wow, that's insane. We just had like a 50-point rip right there, back off that 500 level. Most of the time, like if you get a nice push up and it pulls back into that whole number like that, it'll literally probably go all, it's probably going to go all the way up to 600 before we get any kind of pullback. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. So what we're going to do this morning on the very first trade, I'm hoping it's a one and done, this is going to be our 15-minute candle. What sucks, it's already quite a big 15-minute candle. It's already, you're looking at a 60-point candle already. So you want to see it push out, push back in, and either go straight out the bottom or go back out the top. So that's kind of going to be the game plan for this first 15-minute candle this morning. And we can also put it on an eval and maybe take the first breakout this morning. I will do that on an eval. You hit the short all night on the London? Nice. Yeah, I saw there was a nice sell-off on that London session, Matt. Are you talking about this big sell-off here? Right here? I mean, that was super bullish. I don't know. There's like some kind of news or something to cause that kind of volume. I mean, that's some pretty heavy volume for the London. Oh, did it fill in the gap? Let's see. Did we fill in that gap? Oh, it did. Wow. Nice gap fill in from last night. All the way back down to the 360. All right. So the opening weekend gap's already filled in. I didn't even realize that from earlier. I missed that one. No, I missed that one. Okay. Let's see. What short was it? This one then? The one around 2 or 3 o'clock this morning? Oh, the most recent short. This one. Nice. Man, I can't believe we're having a 100-point ripper right before the market opened. That's going to make this 15-minute opening range trade kind of a little bit on the nervous side here, because that means we could chop around in this 15 minutes for a while, just because you're looking at a freaking 80-point 15-minute candle as right now. I mean, this thing's massive. So the top of your candle is at 75. We can kind of pull fib on this and see if we're going to get the 50% pullback, or if this is going to be 50% of the candle here. You almost need a 50%. I can't tell where that wick's at. So the 50% pullback on this candle means that if it holds, more likely we're probably going higher. That's this 55 level. If we pull a fib on the whole 15-minute candle, that was just the 23%. Then we can look at the 50% pullback all the way into the 30s. So that would be the ideal this morning, is to get the 50% pullback on the whole 15-minute candle. I'm going to wait till after the market opens, Matt. I'm not going to be trying to jump in this. Matt, what prop firm are you trading with? Are you trading real money? Or cash, more or less, not real money, because you're still trading real money with prop firms because you have to put up money to trade. Top Step, nice. I like Top Step. I haven't used them in a long time, but I like them. I've never had it. Well, that's a long time Top Step. I'm not sure what Top Step's like now. I probably would have an issue probably using the... I'm not a big fan whenever prop firms say I got to only trade on one set of charts. My favorite charts to use are the ninja charts. So this morning, maybe we can get a blast out of the 15 minutes, then wait for that second candle to print and see if it pulls back into this area or even retest the top of the 15 minutes. And if that doesn't happen, we probably will not take that funded trade, because I did that Monday and Tuesday, or no, Thursday and Friday, not waiting for the correct setup, and it cost me. Woo, 5 micros. That's a lot for 5 micros. I don't blame you. I don't use minis either. I will use a mini. I'll use a mini on like a what do you want to call it? On an eval or something. Like, it has to be a cheap eval too. But those more expensive like evals and fundeds, you definitely just want to stay with the micros if you can. Oh, no, no, that's the worst. That's where I get myself in trouble sometimes streaming because I'll just be sitting here, everybody's watching, and I find myself taking unnecessary trades. That's some good patience to sit there all night and wait. The worst is when you sit there all day or all night or all morning and you miss it and you hesitate. Like I took a eval trade this morning for 727 this morning, but I was over leveraged quite a bit though. But that is on a eval though. We're waiting till the opening to take our funded trade. Definitely not a big fan of how large this opening candle is. I mean, this is a pretty massive opening 15-minute candle. I mean, usually they're not 80 points or 90 points. The bottom of this candle was at 90. The top of it's at 75. So 85 point 15-minute candle. So that's pretty wild. Usually don't see them this big. Starting out. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean by that. There, at least it keeps you from over trading because sometimes that's where I get myself in trouble is taking those. I shouldn't have taken those trades. I'm definitely going to be all into short here if we can print below 80 this morning. And that's on the shorts. That's below 480. Because that'll be almost kind of like the 5-minute breakout. Then for longs, I want to see even though this is not really the setup yet, even though it's 50%, you really need to see a push out, then kind of retest this area. We're going to approach this first 15-minute with caution just because of how large this candle is. And we're only going in with 2 micros because we're also going to be copy trading. So we're going to be copy trading 3 accounts. Yeah, so we're going to copy trade 1 PA and 2 evals today. At least starting out. So the blue lines that I have on right here, this line that we're hitting right here at the 32, that is the 50% of this 2-minute or 15-minute candle. So this is 50% pullback of this total candle here, or total move from this leg. So it would be very encouraging if this can hold and we blast back out the top. But if you start losing this area and it starts pushing all the way back down, more likely that's kind of going to be the start out direction this morning. I wouldn't even mind seeing one of these moves where it manipulates, then blasts back out the top. We had quite a few of those last week also. Whew. Now, does Top Step ding you with that? Like if you're in $500 in profit and it comes back and loses, I'm assuming they do because you said you lost $500. Like, what if it came back and just hit break even after you're up $500? Is that still considered against a drawdown? That's probably one thing I'm not a fan of some of these prop firms that have that particular rule. I know a lot of them do, but that's probably one rule I'm not a fan of. Oh, you didn't set the break even. Yeah, that's a nice profit. 500 bucks. That's like a 1 day trade, man. If you can make 500 bucks a day on a trade, that would be ideal. Me, I'm just trying to get over 100 bucks a day on my fundeds. All right, so we lost that 50%. So, like I said, unless it just blasts us, let me set that up real quick so I can see it as it's happening. And I may even wait for it to kind of get below that 70 to 80 range. I think that'll be my to the downside type levels to watch for this morning. Yeah, usually if I get a big winner like you're talking about, that's where I'll just switch over to like 1 or 2 micros and look for 10 points in a runner. That's usually how I usually do it if I get up nicely. So like this morning, we have this one eval. We're probably just going to do that. Trade 1 micro in runners. Oh, dude, I've been doing this for 2 years and I still have those emotional kind of breakdown days where I'm like, why did I just do that? Yeah, we're going to be very careful today, Outer. We don't want no repeat of Friday. How long you been trading Nova? Okay, you just started paper trading. I'm just going to take my one trade this morning, Outer, on the 15-minute retest and break. And I will possibly take a short if we can lose the 480 to 470. We're going to start a giveaway at 8:30 Outer for a free Apex account. But you'll have to be subscribed to YouTube. I only say that because I'm using Streamlabs for the giveaway. Oh yeah, that's what happened to me. I revenge traded my account and lost 2 or 3 of my accounts on Friday, Nova. The revenge trading is can be for real some days. Usually my weakness is if I stop streaming and I'm not on the stream trading, that's usually when I make most of my mistakes because I'm not holding myself accountable and I'm sitting in here by myself and I'm like, screw it, type mentality. All right, we only got 2 minutes left. So I'm not really a fan of this big old 40-minute candle or 85.15-minute candle we just had printed. So stop loss would just have to be massive this morning. So definitely got to be careful this morning. I'm just going to be looking for 10 points in a runner and we'll just get what we get. If it's a break even trade or if it's a 10-point loss, we'll just take it and put it away. So this big square box you're seeing, this is the 15-minute mark out this morning. And we got less than 30 seconds for the market opens. Man. I mean, really, this is a nice little bull flag here for a pullback. I mean, this is, if it was not at the opening, I mean, this would be a nice bull flag to take. Mondays have been one of my worst days this whole month. Look at that. Look at that break. Boom. Too bad I didn't take it, but you at least got 10 points. Too close to the opening. Too whipsawy. I'd never take no kind of flag breakout at opening. That's definitely pretty risky. Oh, goodness. I got to start that giveaway real quick. Let's see. Giveaway. Ooh. All right. There's the first candle. We got to wait for that second candle, guys. That's pretty normal. You hit the 90. You should hit the 90 and have some kind of pullback. I'm trying to make sure my entry's working here. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Even though I won't collect the winner if it winters, you just got to put exclamation point apex for it to enter a ticket. So a nice rip with this nice bear flag here. We're just waiting for the second one here. You could have taken these. I have been taking these in the past, but today I'm not taking it. I would only do those on evals. So like I said, we'll be doing a Apex giveaway today at 11 o'clock Eastern time. You just got to go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and put in exclamation Apex to get a ticket. Wow, look at this. Look at this nice rip here. I'm waiting for the next candle to print and looking for a pullback back into the 600s. Now I was taking these. That was a nice clean move to the upside for the breakout. Wow, what a rip. All right, 30 seconds left on this candle. Man. All right, here comes this new 5-minute candle. Let's see what happens. Apex, Nova. Wow, no pullback here, guys. All right, here comes that whole number. Maybe we'll bounce off this whole number here. Man. Yeah, I am. I got to see some kind of pullback here. We're looking for at least a 50% pullback. But we didn't get no pullback at all. It just pretty much bounced off the top of that candle and just ripped. Yeah. This platform is Ninja, Nova. I didn't take the breakout, Methodical Man. But you're welcome. I'm glad you're able to capitalize on the 15-minute breakout. Man. We didn't even got the 20% pullback. That's all the way down at the 650s. Mm. Still not the pullback that we need. Now, if this candle doesn't push down and this next one's green, we will take this green candle. What do we got? 1 minute left on this candle. 40 seconds left. There's the 20% pullback. The ES just kind of pulled back into that 15-minute range. Just being patient, guys. Being patient. No hurries. The 50% would be all the way back down at the 600. It'd be 40% there. I don't know if the ES is going to have to push back down to retest those 51s here. We still got a little bit before next support's 574. Ooh, that's a long ways down. Ugh, this thing is massive stop loss. A lot of resistance at this level. Man, it's like, do we get a push down to the 600s? Yeah, the stop losses are so massive today, Outer. If we take it, it may have to be off like a level or something. This way we can use that level as our stop loss. I didn't know if the ES would get a push all the way back down to that 6650s. That 600, that is the 50% total of the total pullback of this candle. So that could be a nice bounce area. I didn't know if the ES was going all the way back down to the 51s. Two candle pullback. What was that, off the 10? Man. Stop loss, they're just, these stop losses are insane today. So most time if you're playing these two candle flags, you would have been along once it popped that, but today is like insane. The stop losses are so massive today. It's so hard to jump in on these. That wasn't quite the 100. That was what probably the 10 to 12. Usually, that's usually what that is, the 10 and 12. So I'm just using these blue lines to kind of just mark out the levels so I don't have to have Fibonacci pulled. I think if the ES can get back above 70, didn't quite get above back to the 51. I thought the ES was going to pull back and retest that Manzini 51 level, because the ES did pull back into the original 15 minutes. So this would have been your bull flag, but like I said, your stop loss would have just had to been so big. So that rejection is coming off of that 15 minutes. I don't know if you can see in these little charts. I have little charts pulled up too. See this little chart? This is the ES right here on this screen here. See how it's hitting that? I have the top of that 15 minutes kind of well, I thought that was the ES. There it goes. Nah, it rejected hard off that ES. Like I said, you need to wait to see if that 51 is going to hold up here. And that's on the ES. If that 51 can hold, we might start squeezing again. All right, ES is about to lose. So ES. Ooh, the ES is pushing below that level too. 49 on the ES. You need to see this hold. This is the area we need to see to hold to rip back up. Whew, man. What a nice rip off that 90 level here. So 51 is my line in the sand on the ES here. And for shorts, that's way back down there on the ES. We'd have to get way down. Wow, that thing bounced pretty much hard off of that 51 level. That might have been my entry. We might have missed our entry because that was at the top of that 15-minute range. Let's just wait for a second. Let's wait for the next candle and see what we get on the next candle. So far, guys, we only have it's a Apex giveaway Nova. And you have to enter on YouTube Nova because I have to go through Streamlabs. Right now, there's only 2 users or 2 tickets, so good opportunity to win. Man, I'm almost tempted to start taking these 3 candle pullbacks on the 5 minutes because these things are just insane rippers. Waiting to see if the ES can break back above that 70s, we should continue going. All right, what do we got? 30 seconds left. This down here was definitely the entry back down around that 80, 60 range, right at the top of that previous 15 minutes. Because, I mean, it's already up, what, quite a bit. Was it 60, 40, 80 points? Man, this thing pulled back already to the 50% of the candle. That was a delay. That was horrible. I got delayed by 10 points. Dude, I swear, lately has been horrible for me. Yeah, probably gonna get stopped out. I hit that stuff as soon as it bounced off and crossed above this. This is why I've been just putting resting orders in. I fucking swear. That's so boy-yes. So now I got to make up all the lates I got in, and plus to try to hit my first target. I don't know. I'm just not sure. We got to have this 50% hold here. So what it is, once that 50% hold, I try to get long right there in the 40s to push back up these wicks. But so I may go back just to start putting resting orders in, because lately we've been having a lot of daily legacy on these charts. Then I'm going to have to go to break even. So it's definitely not the level I wanted. All right. First target hit, but we still don't have the level we wanted. So I'm going to have to go to break even a lot sooner than I really want to. Yeah. So runner just got stopped out. We should have been long. See what it is? A lot of times when we push back 50%, I try to get long as we break above this previous body. But the time I pushed it and the time it entered, I got about a 10 point, it was about 10 points off. It's hard to hear. Oh, man, my microphone volume's like maxed. Is that any better, Outer? Okay, a little better. All right, so since we didn't really make anything off of that, so the ES, if the ES can print back below 49, we will short the ES back below 49. Unfortunately for the ES, I mean, NASDAQ, your entry is basically, it's all the way back down at 500. So they probably won't be no like funded trade for the ES unless we get back below the 500 level. NQ. I'm sorry, NQ. All right, let me see. All right, next candle up. Nice if you're able to hold that. I just couldn't hold it. Wow. We're paper handing our trades today. The ES got back above that 70, so I guess that was the push here. If you look on this little screen I have over here, that's the ES. You can see the ES pretty much they pretty much retested that 51. That 51 was Adam Manzini's buy level. I didn't hold it because I'm copy trading 3 accounts, but we left a lot on the table because we got long. I was trying to get long because I didn't like my entry. I had a delay entry, and I was having these issues last week we're having delayed entries. And so if it's not my entry, I get a little bit on the nervous side because my stop loss is not where it's supposed to be. So I wanted to be long from the 40s, and I just wasn't sure if this was going to hold. Unfortunately, we just, 100 points up from the 40s already? Yeah, there's just nothing you can do after it's done going up this much because all you can do is just wait. Man. Wow. Definitely a lot of missed opportunities today. This should have been your entry candle down here once we retested that 15 minutes, and I just did not take it. That should have been your entry back down at 576. Just being a holiday week. I think it's different for everybody, Boise. Well, at least did you at least get some off of the long knot? Wow, we missed everything today. I mean, we're still mostly green. We didn't make crap on our fundeds. The only thing that I'm up from this morning, we took a long on the ES early this morning before the market opened. Hey, 120 on your live account, that's not bad if you stay consistent. All right, here's a new candle. We only have 55 more minutes to find a trade. We're only trading till 11 today because I have somewhere I have to go today, or I have somewhere I have to be today. But we are going to do the giveaway at 11 o'clock today. For anybody that uses Apex, so far, Bear, you have a good opportunity to win. That was what, the 20% pullback there. So see if that holds. Then this next level will be your 40 and 50%. That's the 50% pullback there. If it breaks that, we kind of need to pull the Fibonacci again just to see. Man, these candles are massive today, guys. See if we get a 700 bounce here. Now, this is eval only here, guys. We already pretty much missed our funded trade for the day. All right, we didn't get the 700 bounce. I thought it would rip higher, but it looks like we're going to get stopped out on this one. As long, you need that 700 area to hold, and it looks like it wants to come back. And we can try the 90 level here and try to add to it. Might have to try that here and see if the 90 will bounce. Man, 700 was definitely the hit. Wow, we just got wrecked. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, it's been one of those days already. All right. Let's see, let's try. Man, I feel like we've been in a slump the last few trading days. Wow, look at this crazy. This crazy rip back up. It's insane. This is insane. So we're back around that 700 range here. You mother freaker. Ah. Insane. Look, guys, we missed this whole movement. This thing's going to push back up 40 points. What's this, a new 5-minute candle? We only got 45 more minutes, guys. We might not even get another like entry on the accounts that we want to trade today. These whipsaws have been insane. This thing's probably coming back down, isn't it? Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I keep trying to close this thing. It's not closing. Let's disconnect. Oh. Like I said, there's no more opportunities that come about. We just won't take any more trades. Because I feel like we missed our trade this morning. So we're going to do our Apex giveaway in 40 minutes. Bear, I think you're the only one entered at the moment. So, and you got 40 minutes left. So the entry we missed this morning would have been this entry where we have the blue line, Drew. That's the top of this 15 minutes. And I didn't take the original breakout. I really haven't been taking those much lately. But I still feel like we're moving up. Maybe if we can get out of this box here, we may get a push. Fairly slow morning, guys. Fairly slow morning. If we can get above the 50 on the NASDAQ, we may try like a long on our eval. I got to make sure we're on the right account, though. 36. Yeah. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, Bear, I think you're the only one that's pretty much entered in the giveaway at the moment. My name's in there, but I won't count my name just because I was making sure it worked. We won't let Methodical Man win either, Christy. He'll be kicked. He'll be disqualified. Oh, goodness. Really need to see the 700s hold up here. If it can't hold the 700s or 790s, might be getting a push back down to the 630s. That was your basically your 21 hit there. Or your 9 EMA hit on the 5 minutes. Man, do we go all the way back to the top of the range off the 700s? I think I'm going to try it here. Let's just a few micros. Now, this is not a setup here, guys. We lose 90, we'll probably close this because 90 is kind of my line in the sand here. Because if we lose that 90, more likely we're going to go all the way back down to 630. Now, if we can break the 650s up there, it should be a nice trade here. If it can explode through the 750s, I'm sorry. Because right now we're in that box. If we break the 650s, we should have a nice run. There's that 650s. What it is, that's the top of the box there. You definitely don't want to be trying to buy in there. And we still got a minute left on this candle here. Ooh, top of the box got stuck. I'm going to try to add here. I'm going to pull fib on this candle. If we can sell less down at 50%, I will add to this candle. Just being an eval. There's the 50% mark. There's the 38%. Woo! Up, runner's about to get stopped out. Oh, 50 held right on the dot. Hold, 50, hold. Looks like our runner got stopped out. Yeah, this idiot box is insane. If it tags us in, we're going to go to break even fairly quick here because this is at the top of that range. Oh, it didn't even tag me in. What the hell? Look at that. Dude, that did me dirty. That's the kind of stuff I've just been dealing with lately. God, that legacy was... Yeah, that sucks. Come on. I should have had my quick 10 points off of that. Because we were trying to scalp that on the way back up above that 51. Yeah, so I was trying to get around the 40s. That way we could hit the quick 10 points at the 50. Now, guys, this is eval trading. I don't recommend doing any of this stuff with funded accounts. Like I said, we already missed our funded trade today. Our funded trade was back here at the 580s. If we can push out of this box and kind of like make a little printed candle above all these wicks, we could almost take a long there and use these wicks as our stop loss. All right, 25 more minutes before the giveaway. And as right now, I think Bear is going to be the winner if she's the only one that's entered. The other two are myself and Methodical Man. You too, Outer? Yeah, it's probably a good day to walk today. Today's price action, we've already had the moves. Now it's just going to be probably tough price action. So we are printing above the box here, but we got 30 seconds left on this candle. So let's see what happens with this next candle here. Look at John Carter done jumped in there. Come on, Carter, get out of here. Then we'll use these wicks as our stop loss here. Now this is eval only here, guys. I wouldn't do this with a funded account. All right. So that kind of played out what we were talking about. Use these wicks as your stop loss here. So it retested those wicks, print above it, then popped. probably going to reject off of the 90 level. Looks like our runner may get stopped out here. If this area can come back down and hold, we may try to add. I had a loser earlier on one of my evals, and this is another eval. I didn't get a funded trade today. We missed our funded trade, so we haven't tried to take another funded trade since then. So it's just kind of turned into an eval Monday. You really need to stay above the 51s here because that's where all these wicks at. That was the support from earlier. There's another retest of those wicks. Oh, runner may get stopped out here. See, I'm not getting tagged in here. Come on. Look at this. Went right through my damn order. We were trying to grab another 5 or 10 points. So we should have been long from 69 or 65. We tried to add to it at 65 and looking for another quick 10 points up here. Should have got another 10 points to this, but I don't know. Like I said, this is the second trade that, or at least third trade that I've had where I'm not getting filled. And it's not like this is real money. This is prop firm. You should never have an issue with getting filled. That's dirty. Yeah, we were trying to add another like $50, $60 to this trade to see if we can add to it to get out real quick and just looking for 10 points. All right, so we should get another pullback here off the hundreds. How much time we got left on this candle? About to have a new 1 minute, a new candle. It's the 20. You want to see the 75 hold up here. There's your, what is that, 40%, 75. 75, usually if you hit the 800, you get a pullback back to the whole number at the 75. Usually that holds, then we probably rip back up here to retest the whole numbers. The 50 range would be the better of the pullback because that'd be a nice big wick pullback. All right, sold 4 more. Trying to keep adding to this winner. So right now we're at 180. So let's see if we hit the 10. A lot of times you'll hit this 10 level. We haven't hit it. Then pop back down to the 90. Then we got about 2 minutes left on this candle. $18 minutes left, guys. 18 minutes. Oh, no. No financial advice here, my guy. These are evals only. I already told everybody these were evals only. I don't recommend trading real money or funded accounts. Every trade everybody take has to be at their kind of own risk, their build. I'm not sure what kind of delay there is on TikTok. I'm not sure when I enter it and you see it. That's the only thing I'm not sure of. I know with YouTube, you got about a 6 or 7 seconds, maybe 5-second delay. But with YouTube, with TikTok, I'm not sure what the delay is. What do we got left on this candle? 30 seconds. Didn't quite hit the 10, so you may get the pullback to the 90 here. Then it maybe explode back out the top of the candle. Right now, we're just in this for 1 micro, guys. All right, sold a few more. Nice. The classic 90 hit explosion. So what you want to do is wait for that candle to go up, get close as it can to the 10 or whatever whole number you're trading. It'll pull back, hit in the 90s somewhere. Then most time when it gets back above the whole number, it'll explode up 10 to 20 points. My runner may finally get stopped out, guys. Yep, runner just got stopped out. All right, we're going to take it down to 2 micros. I don't think there's going to be any more entries. I think the entry back here was the one that I took here around the 50s. So we use these wicks as our support level here. So what I did is I waited for us to push above these wicks, and this next candle has to find support on top of all these wicks here, and then we got long. I was waiting for a retest of this wick here at the 70s. What time is it? 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. Is there anybody else here trading the NQ or MNQ? Oh, I just noticed you said you were thinking about going all in. You never want to go all in, capital. Ooh, that's scary. Unless you're going all in on like maybe a 90% account or something. The cheap one's like 14 or 15 bucks. Never go full retard. Uh, let's see. All right, finally we may get a pullback. Oh, goodness. Ugh. Let's see. Be nice if we create another little bull flag here. We can maybe look for another long. Wouldn't mind seeing at least 2 candles print here. All right, guys. Like I said, we're probably not taking any more trades. We're going to be stopped trading here at 11 o'clock today. Unless this turns into a little bull flag, then we may try long here if it gets back above the whole number. Dun, dun, dun. If we lose this, which I don't know, I think it'll take quite a bit to get through all these wicks. So we could just be kind of stuck here for a minute, because anytime you got what 5-6 candles of wicks on the 5 minutes, it usually takes few minutes to lose these levels. Dun, dun, dun. All right, got about 1 minute left on this candle. Methodical Man won the giveaway. He already told me he was going to donate it for charity. All right, we almost have like a little bull flag here if we get it back above that 800. Thank you for your donation, Methodical Man. Crystal, I think we only had family members enter it. It was just me, Methodical Man, you, and Crystal. Yeah, 4 people. Yep, see, only 4 of us. That was a practice, which I wasn't going to keep it. Then Methodical Man entered multiple, and you. I already told Methodical Man if one of us wins it, we're going to donate it. All right, here comes the 800. Just 2 micros. Should have probably been long from here. That's the correct way of doing it. If you are playing the breakout, was at 88s. Just give it to the homeless person. I don't know if the homeless person has a computer and internet. All right. like I said, we had a giveaway this morning we were looking for new people to give away, but only basically me and Methodical Man were the entries besides Bear and Crystal. Woohoo! Man, we could have got a lot more points if we took the bull breakout. I said if the bull breakout pays, we'll probably enter one more here. Get back above around that 800 level. It's kind of waiting for that break of that 800. We'll go to break even. We'll be doing another giveaway next Monday for anybody that wants to enter next Monday. It kind of gives you a week to get over here and subscribe and enter. Because we're not having a lot of people enter it. We were giving away a free Apex account. Let's see. I'll do that in a minute. Wow, look at this boner candle, guys. What a nice candle off of the 2 candle. This is what I should have took this morning. I think I'm going to get more consistent about taking these 5-minute bull flags. I mean, these 5-minute bull flags almost are going to pay you 10 points every time. At least 10 points, it seems like. Especially if you got like a nice little wick above or something. Like if we break this and you get through this next wick. That's the only time I'm cautious is when we're in wick. So that's why we were waiting for that 800 bounce, because we had that downward wick there. I don't know if we can add to this if we get a decent pullback here. Maybe back to the 20s here, 10s. Let's see, 7. Let's see, 7. Sorry, I'm trying to text this real quick. Oh, that's all lowercase. No, it's not. Sorry. Like I said, we're done pretty much trading after this trade's over. I wouldn't mind trying to come back and trade later tonight if I can, but we'll have to see what happens, what time I get back home. I forgot to. So what I'm doing to add here is what I'm looking for, which I missed it. I missed the add in. I got sent in this text. I'm looking for like a 23% pullback. So if you pull Fibonacci on these big candles, you're looking at about a 20% pullback, and this is what we got. So I would eventually had another resting order sitting here. And I do this a lot on evals, but and just try to, you know, add to my winner since I'm just down to 1 micro. Definitely thank all you guys for watching today. We may just follow the 5-minute candles down. I think that's how I'm going to do this. Wow, what a nice ripper this is turning out to be. What do we got? We're about to have a new candle, so let's see if we can add to this. That'd be nice if we can add to this a little bit. Hopefully a little bit deeper pullback than the 20% here. There's the 50% hit. I want to use the bottom of this candle as my stop loss here. All right, about to be tagged in. About a 10 point. We're still in it. We'll have about a 10-point stop loss, which would be okay. So we're already at break even already. So whatever profit we had from a while ago. So if it comes back and tags us out, this will be the last trade of the day. Hoping we can pop back above this wick here. All right. That popped us over 400s just for adding. All right, still a break-even trade. We just sold off the rest of these contracts. So now we'll see if we can just take this up to the 90. Probably hit the 90, then reverse. That's usually what happens, like 88, 90 area. So like I said, we usually pull a fib on every single 5-minute candle. And what we're looking for is a 20 to 50% pullback. We want it to stay in that range. I missed this one because I was busy. I missed this entry here. Looks like our runner's about to get stopped out, guys. So we were red on one eval today. Our fundeds, we only made like $3. And these are sim accounts because I was practicing something this morning. And these are the two counts that we mainly been practicing or trading this morning. I did this pre-market. This wasn't taken this morning. This was pre-market on the ES. I'm not sure if we'll be able to add to this one or not because it's just not a very good solid candle. You want it to, when you're doing this Fibonacci pull on these candles, you want it to look kind of like this, where, you know, you pull the Fibonacci, you want to look for like a 20 to 40% pullback, or even like this one. So we had a nice bar candle. Look for the 50% pullback. This is just turned into a straight doji candle. Let me pull fib on this and see where it looks like it could go if it pulls back. So 50% is right here. So let's see if I got my stop loss right here at the 76. If it breaks through this, more likely we're pushing back down. Let's see. Like I said, more likely this is going to push back down. See, they're not as good whenever they're all wicks. So this is why I said you like to have solid candles. You don't really want to have these wick candles like this. See if we push through this. This is just 2 micros. Man. Looks like our 2 micros are going to get stopped. All right, guys, that's going to be my last trade. We're going to finish the day up 338. We thought we would try a little micro trade there. But we're also red on our other eval on Apex. And for a funded account, we took one funded trade today. And we only got like $3 because it came back and stopped us out. So for break even pretty much. And I missed the funded because I didn't take that original breakout from this here. This was a 15-minute breakout here. I was debating it just because we had this little bull flag 3-candle pullback. Pullback is kind of like the 3-man salute. And most time you get 3-candle pullback, it's ripping. I mean, you can go back and look at every single pullback on the 5 minutes. Look, one pullback, rip. Second pullback, another rip. Consolidation. Once we got above the consolidation, ripped up again. Then another 2-candle pullback on the 5 minute, then it rip again. So these 5-minute pullbacks are insane. Maybe tomorrow we'll try to start taking them a little bit more often whenever we're just trending up and up and up if we get that nice trending day. But, everything's hindsight. You never know. Thank you, guys.